Okay guys, just a quick video today, how to tie one of the rigs that I always have set up and ready to go. I take it everywhere, and I use it in quite a lot of occasions. Really simple rig, it's just the knotless knot rig, really simple to tie, but sometimes going back to that simplicity is just best. I'll get into how to tie it in just a second, but if you could all, at the end of the video, just take time to subscribe and like the video, and also check out my Patreon page. Just the more supporters that I get, the better quality I can make these videos, and the better experience it's going to be for you as the viewers who like to watch what I create. So getting into it, the hooks I like to use, crank hooks. These are size 4. I always prefer to go for a bigger size hook, but the pattern of this hook is just really great. Nice curved shank on it, really wide gape, a beaked point, and that point is slightly offset as well, which just helps with the hold. I use a stripper tool just to strip off some of the coating off the end trap, just to make it a little more subtle and more flexible around the hair, and also just out of the eye of the hook. I'm using end trap soft, £15. I don't think you need anything more than £15. It's really nice material, really supple, and works really well with this rig type. Last thing, bait stops. Everybody's got them. They just do what they're meant to do, really. So getting onto it, what I do is I just take probably about 10-12 inches. I always like to take far more than I need, simply because it just gives me a lot to play with. Just snip that off. Take probably about 4 inches of coating off. So about there. You don't need to take any more of that than that off. Flick it through the stripper. Whip that off. Then what you want to do is just quickly tie a very quick figure of 8. Just to get that hair sorted. I like to keep these as small as possible, just because it's only got one purpose, and that is just to keep the bait on. Let's just tighten that up. You'll see me go off camera a little bit. I always stick things in my mouth to tighten them. I have got puller tools and stuff, but sometimes it's just easier sticking it in your gob. So once you've tied that, get a bait. I'm just going to use a pop-up for this, just to show you. Stick it on your baiting needle. You all know this stuff anyway, but I'll talk through it for maybe if there's people that don't know. Pull it through. Stick it on your bait stop. Tighten it up. And give it a little snip. So that's your bait on. I always tie the bait first, simply because then I know exactly what length I want to have my hair, and how that's going to play out. So get your hook out. If you've never used these hooks, give them a try. Any wide gape hook I'd say use. I particularly use these just because I really like the pattern. I saw Tom Dove using them in a few of the Corda videos, and I just jumped on them straight away. They're specifically designed for this use. But yeah, great hook. So threading through the eye, I'll bring that up to the camera a bit, I'm not sure if you can see, but threading your line now, the unbaited end, through the eye of the hook towards the point, and then pull that through. Now this is where you want to then line up where you want your hair to be. So the way that I try and make it is so the bait can swing round and past the bottom of the hook, so it's got full movement. Then quickly grip it like that. Then what you want to start doing is whipping round the shank of the hook, so after the eye, with the little cut in the eye where you can see where the metal's been bent round and cut. You want to go starting, so if you're looking at it from this direction with the bait away from you, you're going anti-clockwise. So round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then I normally do just one back up. So hold that tight, back through the eye of the hook, again towards the point. You can't see this very well on the camera. Here's the point of the hook, here's the eye, thread that through, pull that, doesn't have to be super tight, pull that through, and then that's your baited end. Up to the other end. I keep this really simple now, so take about 6 or 7 inches depending on how I'm fishing, what I'm fishing over. 6 or 7 inches normally does it. Make a loop, and all we're going to do now is just finish it off with a figure of 8 knot. So make a little loop round your finger. Then what I do is, this is the loop that we made originally. We've now just made this second loop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this second loop and just twist it on itself, so you've then got an 8 made out of that loop. Then just push that end through there, and it should give you this sort of shape. I'm not sure how well you can see that on camera, but then pull that up, tease that up, so you've got a nice small loop. Pull that off, get your puller tools out, one in the loop, one on the hook itself, pull it nice and tight, snip off your tag end, and literally you're done, ready to go. So simple, yet still an effective rig. I still use this in fishing today. There's far more complicated rigs out there, but I still use this in my fishing just because if I'm fishing a bottom bait, I know this works. I don't need any fancy shrink tube, don't need any rig rings, anything like that. I'm just looking to get on the bank, nab a few fish. This is the rig for me, and that's it. Simple as. You can make a couple of these up in minutes and have them straight out in the water catching your fish. So again, if you like the videos that I'm doing, please take time to subscribe, like the video, and take a look at the Patreon page, and also check out the website, www.carpcompass.co.uk. Thanks, tight lines.